Well, this is another spontaneous semi-wild camp that I've decided to do tonight. I finished work about an hour ago, and I've always kind of wanted to kind of camp outside in the snow, and this isn't really snow anymore, it's more like icy snow, but I thought I would trial sleeping outside in this kind of colder temperature just to see how I kind of took to it. As you can probably tell by the benches, I'm not fully wild camping. I'm camping in like some woods with the landowner's permission, and the good thing about that is that I can have a fire here. So it's currently just gone 4 PM. The sun has now set. I think it's maybe meant to snow again. We'll see. But yeah, this is just going to be a very laid back, chilled wild camp as they always are. Because the thing with wild camping in winter is the fact that it gets darker so much earlier. You're kind of not confined to your tent, but you kind of go to bed a lot earlier. So I'll have to think of some kind of entertainment this evening. Maybe regaling you with like maybe previous wild camping exploits, like maybe some of my favourite wild camping memories. I got to get a fire going. I'm so glad to have crampons. I got these for Iceland, which was another spontaneous trip at the beginning of the year. The video is here. And for that, obviously, I went in January and crampons were pretty essential. And then when it got really snowy and icy here, I was like, oh wait, I've got crampons. And I have been, to be honest, walking around rather smugly in my crampons. So yeah, no, they're so good. Like, I do recommend them. I think they're like £15. But I kind of do feel like a medieval Morris dancer. So yeah, I'm probably going to grab a few more things and then get ready for this evening. I'm glad this fire's burning away merrily now. I thought I'd bring this lantern out with me just because it looks really nice. I'm trying to remember where I got it from. I either got it from Camden in London, or I got it from Sarajevo. Back in 2014, me, my sister and a friend drove around Europe and we ended up in Sarajevo, I think Bosnia and Herzegovina. Amazing place, I'd love to go back. Fun fact, I guess, trivia, is it's the first place I got a speeding ticket. And we just crossed the border into the country and then we were about to go into the capital. And I was the one driving. We had a little Renault Clio and I drove down the hill just before you get into the town, and it was going from a 40 miles an hour into a 30, and I was doing 35, and boom, I got caught by the police. And they had caught several people that day and they were kind of directing us to the side. Obviously they didn't speak any English and we didn't speak their language. Took my passport and told me to drive down the road to a hole in the wall to get some money out and sign a document. I had no idea what I was signing, and I had to get so many hundreds of their currency out, which actually turned out to be £16. But yeah, that was quite a fun moment, getting my first speeding ticket. first and only. So yeah, well, I guess hello to all my new followers who have kindly come over from Maximus Iron Thumper's channel. My name's Keitei Ventures and I'm currently building a tiny house. I'm based in the UK and I've never built anything before. Prior to this, I guess I was mainly travelling, doing odd seasonal work, and then COVID hit, and towards the end of that, I guess I got the courage to start building a tiny house. So yeah, it's getting there. There's like a playlist I will list up there, I think, or maybe up there, about my current progress. At the minute I'm currently working on the stairs. I've been fiddling with the pantry drawer runners, which are not easy, but I've watched a few YouTube tutorials and I think I know what I'm doing now. So that's what I plan to do on my next days off. Currently wild camping, as you can see, that's another one of my hobbies. So I do like to do lots of getting out and wild camping. Then I also like to grow veg in the hopes of becoming more self-sustaining. I wanted to grow vegetables for a while because as much as I love travelling, you can't really put down roots, literally, so to speak. I would spend a lot of time watching YouTube gardeners growing things, and it's something that I kind of aspired to. Behind the tiny house I have a little vegetable garden where I try and grow veg. Each year I set myself kind of yearly goals of things I want to achieve, and these kind of revolve around getting out, doing things, saying yes more, progressing with the tiny house, eventually finding land legally for it to live, hiking more, travelling. It's all a bit of a mixed bag really, but I thought I would share it online, hence my YouTube channel. So I've never camped in the snow before, so I think this will be interesting. Because normally in the summer I don't have a tent, I'm lazy and I just camp in a bivvy bag. So I thought I would see how I got on. It's actually pretty starry tonight. I haven't seen the moon yet. Tonight I've got books to read, another book about a lady who, I think she's working in London, decides to pack that in, go to New Zealand and ride a motorbike from, I think, the end of the South Island to the top of the North. So I might read that book. I guess I'll talk about one of my most peaceful wild camps, or my fondest wild camping memories. I guess some of my fondest have been when I was in Japan. I was working and teaching English there, and towards the end of my time there I decided to go hitchhiking around Japan. Amazing experience. And I have this one video, I shall play it at some point. And I remember sleeping in like these castle grounds, because I would obviously hitchhike from town to town, city to city, and I'd see what there was to do there. And I spent a lot of time going in castles. I remember sleeping in this one castle ground. It had a moat, and I pitched my tent, just the inner, to protect myself from mosquitoes. And I could just hear so many cicadas just like echoing around me, and it was so still. And that kind of like has stayed with me as one of my most peaceful wild camps. I guess rather it's more of an urban camp really. And some of my other fondest wild camping memories have been when I was hiking, I know I go on about this a lot, but hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, because obviously in America you can wild camp, and at the moment there's a petition currently going about to kind of fight for our right to wild camp, the right to roam. So I've been following this keenly at the moment. There's a landowner currently in Dartmoor who's trying to remove this right for us to wild camp there. So yeah, tangent. But in America, obviously in the national parks, you're able to wild camp. I think you need to get permits in some areas, and for the PCT I did need a permit to hike it, but once you had that permit you could wild camp anywhere along this trail. And that was the first time I'd been to America, and probably the first time I'd seen wilderness like that, because in the UK we don't have that much wilderness in comparison to America, and it was just so vast. And I remember just hiking and just wild camping, just looking up at the stars and just being amazed, especially in Yosemite, where it's just so clear and peaceful. And some of my most amazing wild camps were spent on the PCT. This is the book I was talking about. It's called Kiwis Might Fly, Around New Zealand on Two Big Wheels by Polly Evans. So yeah, should be a cool read. Quite excited for these bird socks. These should keep me nice and warm. I've got my fleece liner. Oh yeah, I am at work tomorrow, about 9ish. It's currently about 8:30 now, so hopefully I'll get to sleep nice and swiftly. And I'll probably aim to be up for like 7:30, 8ish. Pack up and then head to work. This line made me laugh, so I thought I'd share it. So basically, Polly Evans she's going for her bike test in London, and she keeps stalling it. And this is what the instructor says: "You got to treat the clutch gently." As the instructor admonished me. He was a big grizzled man with stubbly grey facial hair and well-worn levers. "Handle it like, well..." Now he looked embarrassed. "We always say like you handle a woman." He shuffled and grinned. I raised an eyebrow. Not only was I expected to ride this piece of killing machinery, now I was meant to build a meaningful relationship with it as well. I tried again. The bike hiccuped and coughed and stopped. But yeah, reading this reminds me of my hitchhiking journey through New Zealand, but also my motorbike test as well. So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to read this and then head to bed. But yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Right, good morning. Slept quite well. I think I was warm enough, but I think something I would do next time would be to probably scrape away the snow from where I'm going to lay, because I could feel like a slight chill rising up from beneath. But yeah, no. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what the temperature is now. About -1. It's meant to get to about 1 degree today. So it's about 8:10 now. We're going to pack down,
pack up and then head back and probably shower before I go to work. But yeah, I probably should have brought my baby bag to sleep in. Not that I'm outside, but to give me like an extra layer. So, my tent's pretty icy, so I'm not going to bother packing it away. I'm just going to hang it up when I get back. Whew, it's actually pretty chilly now. I'm going to get back, have a shower, go to work. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this little wild camp with me, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be, I think, tiny house related. Hopefully I'll get the stairs put in, but yeah, that was a fun wild camp in the snow. Hope you enjoy like tiny. I'm currently building, so I guess I'll probably start the building. I should probably start at the beginning